Hello and welcome back for day 2 of the Advent Calendar unboxings. That's right, we're back again with these toy unboxing Advent Calendar stuff where I'm opening a new thing every day. I'm just doing one thing per day this year just to keep things simpler and faster. And we are going to go headlong into the first theme that I'm going to be doing, which is, well, masterminds. And what better way to talk about characters' masterminds than starting, with the Norse myths themselves. The myths that, where you have Odin, who was an influence on the classical Santa Claus. And, what better character than the antagonist, the frost giant himself, Loki. So, yeah, this is a Marvel Legends release here that was done just for the classic Loki. Loki envies his brother Thor and plots to take their father's throne for himself. Like, this is just straight up classic comic book Loki, old school. I picked this guy up actually on clearance earlier this year because Toys R Us was just unloading him, and figured out why not. It's a good classic Loki, and there's the Disney Plus series coming out this year, so let's do Loki. So with that said, let's get him open. I don't actually have a classic Loki, so this is kind of nice to have. I'm trying to remember if I even bought a... Actually, what is the best way to open this card? Because, yeah, it's just a matter of these scissors are not the greatest at cutting through this. Let's see. All right, this is where I would put the Benny Hill Show music in or something like that. Anyway. Loki, as you all know, is played by Tom Hiddleston. I'm very clearly miming to fill time. Behold my complete lack of using the proper tools because I should have used an X-Acto knife instead. And here we go, we got him out. Loki in the card. So this is just a standard Marvel Legends 6-inch. I believe this is a mold they've used before for different stuff here. I mean, it's a standard body mold, I guess, but they have done Lokis before at retail. And you can see here, it is a fairly standard appearance for Loki, like very bog standard for the comic appearance. Like, he's got his, classic Jack Kirby collar there. He's got the horns. He's got the ponytail, which, is blonde hair in his earlier appearances. It's black hair in a lot of the newer stuff, but I mean, it was a blonde look like earlier on in Marvel. So yeah, we can see here too, looking at the head sculpt, you can see some decent definition here. Let's just see if I can, sorry, you can see there's some decent definition on this here. It's a decent head sculpt. You can see there's a bunch of sculpted detail that's not really painted on the head, which is unfortunate, but they've got a whole bunch of sculpted detail there. And then this entire chainmail look here, just going down his chest. Again, they're very much going for your classic Jack Kirby Loki with this. This is Tom Hiddleston, this ain't. So yeah, let's see, posability-wise, what do we got? We got the separate collar. We got the very standard Marvel Legends body. This is pretty bog standard. So we've got, the up-down on the neck here. We've got the ball joint up here. The whole neck here is static. Like, yeah, this is a fairly old body style. What else we got? No butterfly joints. This is a bit old for butterfly joints, but we do have, we got a ball here at the shoulder, can go out to about there. We've got we got the bicep swivel. We've got, again, pinned joints here. Pinned joints with a double bend, which has a decent range. Decent range there. No swivel at the gloves, it's just painted on there. Yeah, we have wrists, inwards and outwards on the wrists. Both of them are like that, in fact. What else? We have your standard cut here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. They painted a little bit of this inside here just to continue the sculpt a little bit. So that's nice. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty contiguous just looking at overall. We have the little thing there for backpacks. Again, standard body buck. Leg motion, let's see. Legs can go up like this about. Not really much more. What else? Swivel. Let's see. Double knee bend. Again, older buck, so it is, still those pin joints, but good range of motion in here in the knees. And then, of course, we have the standard Hasbro ankle tilts. Oh, and we have a boot cut, too. The boot cut is kind of ugly. Like, look at it there. Kind of ugly, but it's there. Yeah, it's just your standard comic booky Loki. Loki does come with a couple of accessories, too, as you can see. Let's pull these out. He's got a couple of daggers. So we got just standard daggers. I don't know if those... I can't remember if daggers were like his standard weapon early in Marvel Comics. I know that they be very much a thing of the Hiddleston Loki, but I'm not sure how much Loki actually fought as opposed to just manipulated others to do his bidding. I think he generally kept his hands fairly clean. You know, just his whole thing as a master manipulator. I mean, you know, sometimes you manipulate things and sometimes you accidentally create them Avengers when you're trying to mess with your brother. Like Loki did. But yeah, yes, there he is with his twin blades. You can see here, there's a bunch of writing on them. These are, I'm not sure what these are reused from. I assume they're reused from something. And then, of course, yeah, we got this second head in here, too. And this will be interesting to look at, because I'm already seeing some big sculpt differences. The second head here, yeah, it's got these giant horns on it. Much bigger than the horns in this one. Ponytail is still fixed. But it's, you know, got like a cackling, mischievous grin as opposed to this just stoic one. I think this is the older head, actually. I know they've used, they've done a comic style Loki before. I can't remember which one's the original head, though. And if we plop the heads on, just to showcase, assuming we can actually get the ball joint on. Wow. Look at me flip this. Okay, there we go. It took a bit, but it's on the ball joint now. Yeah, we can see here that this head is... Honestly, I don't think it's quite as good. I mean, it's got the longer horns, don't get me wrong, that's neat. And, you know, he's got just that mischievous grin that Loki had a lot in the comics, but I don't think this head really looks quite as good. I guess it's okay. Like, I mean, it's an okay head. It's not bad, but I think this head ultimately is probably the better one overall. So let's pop this back off. Pop this one back on. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I think Loki works better with the shorter horns and just the more neutral face. Like, I know the cackling grin is very much like comics Loki, especially from this era of Marvel, but yeah, anyway, that is Loki there. That is Marvel Legends Loki, and that is day 2 of these Advent Calendar unboxings. So, stay tuned as we continue the Evil Mastermind theme into day 3.